It's allergy season, but in Minecraft, that doesn't mean stuffy noses or headaches, but instead, violently burning alive at even the slightest mention of the sun. So rules. 1. Going into the sunlight will slowly burn me alive. Okay, scratch that. Rather quickly burn me alive. And 2, I am only ever allowed to consume... how do I say this without getting demonetized and... you know, not sounding insane. Whatever. I'm only allowed to eat rotten flesh, because, you know, zombies. So my first roadblock was quite major, and was actually understanding how Minecraft mods work. Yep, you can tell that this is gonna be hell. After that though, what is there to say? Well, I guess I was right about the hell thing. Constant burning. So yeah, immediately catching on fire, I did like any normal person and embraced the pain. Just sat there. But after 2 deaths, I finally decided to live. And I thought my therapy sessions were pointless. I ran to the nearest lake and quickly found out that even water isn't safe. You heard that right, I got burned alive underwater. This is so much more than I bargained for. I just wanted cannibalism and I would have been happy. Plus, all the trees are also off limits because they don't provide enough shade. Luckily, I was able to find some solace in hiding myself underground like the hermit I am. This plan didn't really lead anywhere though, because I wasn't able to get any wood. I did try, but that usually ended up with me learning what the news had meant by global warming. Hunger hadn't really been a problem yet because I hadn't been able to live long enough to actually experience it, but in the back of my mind, I was getting mentally prepared for eating a part of another human. Yeah, okay, I'm ready. I'm all good. Night then finally came. I prioritized getting wood, but unfortunately, I haven't really been accepted into the zombie clan yet. You know, where they all huddle up and don't eat each other's faces off. I was seriously on the run. I tried getting some wood, but night passed, I shriveled up like a grape, and I was back where I started. Yeah, this was all in the time span of 30 minutes. People have beaten Minecraft in that time. 3 times over. Yeah, if it isn't obvious, I also lost just a teensy weensy bit of my mind. Needless to say, I spent that day just singing, and when night came, I was finally able to get some wood, and more importantly, wool for a bed so that my spawns didn't look like this. Look, I don't know if you've ever been burned alive before, but trust me, it's nowhere near as fun as you probably think it is. Now, with something actually valuable in my inventory, the bed, I was not ready to die. I mean, I usually am, but not right now. Unfortunately, one of the nastiest little beasts I had ever seen had some other, more sinister ideas. No! You are a monster! You are a monster! No, baby! Baby, please! Oh my god. Yeah, I was chased into a cave by a baby, but thankfully I've been training. No, not for child beating, just general training. Now, with the proper infantile sacrifices made, I started to get a little comfy in this cave, and decided to make it my home. After all, there's a ton of iron and coal for torch. Ow, why am I on fire? So yeah, apparently, I installed the mod wrong, because I wasn't just burning in sunlight, but also in any light at all, meaning even the little torches I put down are basically mini suns. Now, according to my dad, you want to avoid making your own suns at all costs because they might go ahead and disappoint you. Like making a YouTube channel. Anyways, I had already set up base, so I didn't have to run anywhere, but I was having some serious problems, both up in the meat melon and also in the game. Luckily, I found that putting my torches inside the walls was just far enough so that I wasn't burned, but also that I could, you know, use my eyeballs to see. At this point, 50 minutes had passed, and I was kinda getting used to everything, finally making stone tools and getting some iron, when this happened. If the furnace kills me... No, please! Yep, I died to a furnace. It would almost be funny if someone wasn't burned alive, and if that person wasn't me. This was also where I made the frightening discovery that what the hell am I gonna do in the Nether? There is light everywhere, and more importantly, fire. Fire that will, I don't know, burn me alive, so I had to actually think. Yeah. This is gonna take a while. But time skip about 7 good dog years later, I realized, wait, isn't there an armor set that's fire resistant? And after talking to myself like a madman, don't burn me alive, 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 please. I beg, I'm at 0 level. Okay, whatever. I finally had a concrete plan. Now that I have a base and a mining station, I just need to get obsidian and diamonds to make an enchanting table. So in between long sprees of dying from mobs and my own torches, I connected up to this big ravine. It's here that I also found that lava hurts like hell. Yes, I'll accept my Nobel Peace Prize now, but what I mean is even just looking in lava's general direction will set me on fire. This is a huge problem because you find lava, you find diamonds, and if lava has put a restraining order on you and you're not allowed 50 feet near it, then you're kinda screwed. So after 2 good hours of basically just dying over and over, I tried going towards the light, but that doesn't really work when light burns you alive. I guess I'll just settle for hell. Getting this video back on track, I found a singular diamond right next to a pool of lava.
This tale be old as time, the diamond was more than fine. With a game so blocky, I got cocky and then I was violently burned alive.
Yeah, the diamond was gone. And sorry for breaking into song there, I just kinda felt like it. Anyways, what are you gonna do about it? You can't stop me. You can't, okay, you can stop me, please. Stop. Learning my lesson and never trusting anything again, I went to the dark side. Literally, I got rid of all the light. That's kind of the point. Not giving up all hope, I found that redstone torches were just light enough for me to see, but also didn't burn me alive.
Big boy, what? You're telling me that I have purpose?
Oh, little redstone torch, you've always had purpose. I just showed you the light. Now, anyway, I gotta go. No, wait! Oh, yeah. I forgot there's no hug option in this game, only punch, huh? I don't think that'll hold up in court. Now with more knowledge than I'd ever had before, which honestly isn't saying much, I'm a YouTuber, I fell back on the one job that I could always trust, strip mining. After a full 3 hours due to well, let's just call it a bad stomach, I haven't really adjusted to the taste of human, I finally somehow got all the diamonds I needed. 5 in total, 3 for a pickaxe for obsidian, and 2 for the actual table. Hold up though, because we're nowhere close to done yet, because books. I don't like books, and I don't think they like me either. We just don't get along, trust me, I've tried. So, you come around here often? Right, it's a library, of course. Well, what's up? Okay, cool. I have a funeral to plan. My own funeral. I hope you can attend. Ow. 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 What I'm trying to say is that I need to find a book for an enchantment table, so I waited for night, got fully suited up in iron, built a full tower so that I could find my base, and went on a journey, a quest for a village. I found it. It was just like next door. How did I not see this? Relieved that I didn't have to go too far, I hopped into the nearest house and I may or may have not committed accidental arsony. What? They had torches. It's not my fault. I got rid of the torches, fled the scene, and decided to make this house my own. I said my own. Get out of the bed. Or this is how I thought things were going, but trying to live in a wood house as a zombie that often catches on, listen close, keyword coming up, fire, isn't a good idea. Yeah, let's just say that the only thing this guy will ever farm again is elo points and League of Legends. What I'm saying is he's in hell. This also meant that I had to restart from my checkpoint. Yeah, don't worry though, I hid all my diamonds because I knew I was gonna die. So again, I had to wait and do nothing until night, and then it was time to strike. Completely naked, I ran into the village and looked for the nearest library. Before that, I had to remove all of the torches, and it essentially went, wake up in bed, destroy 1 or 2 torches, and die. Whether that be from an arrow in the chest or crispy skin, it was all pretty much just repetition. Oh, hey Iron Golem. It may look like I'm a zombie wearing a Steve mask, but that can't be farther from the truth. Yes, I eat flesh and have started fires, but okay, please don't kill me. Luckily, I finally found it. it being the library, and all I had to do was take out the torches inside. Oh crap, I forgot that the fire that racks my body can also spread to other buildings. You'd think that one accidental murder and you'd learn your lesson. This all mattered so much because the books inside the building were also slowly being burnt. It was the Library of Alexandria all over again, except this time, it actually mattered. I rushed in, dying over and over, trying to salvage the building, but with more and more fires coming up, it became harder and harder. Yep, the building was basically covered in torches. I freaked out, and then it started to rain. If I've learned anything from my black belt in Club Penguin, it's that water beats fire. Unfortunately, all of the bookshelves were gone except one. So I picked it up, and through hordes of enemies, I constantly died, but with each death, I was able to bring it a little farther to my base. It was basically a relay race, but with my own corpses. The piles of rotten flesh, which was probably my own, confused me, but I finally got back and was able to make the table. Now, I only have two more problems: XP and bookshelves. I started off with the bookshelves, and since I'm too lazy to go outside or search for them, I decided to make them myself. But by God, even the smallest jobs become nearly impossible when you're forced to do them at night. Like, imagine you have to mow your lawn, but you're only able to do it with the very real possibility of suddenly dying. Or I guess you don't have to imagine if you live in America. So yeah, herding cows at night? Almost impossible. I prefer keeping my organs inside, please and thank you. Luckily, I was able to get a little sugar farm running and some cows in my pen. But now, a new problem. How am I gonna breed the cows? I'm gonna need a wheat farm. And well, I may have found a workaround. Listen here, kids. There's a secret strategy I've been developing for a couple of years now, and it's called stealing. Yeah, the nearby village is gonna slowly starve to death, but it's for the good of humanity, for the good of my own humanity, which I think I've already lost, but still. So now, with all the farms I needed, it took forever, but I was finally able to get everything up and running. Until XP. See, the main problem with this run isn't really the cannibalism per se, but rather how quickly it drains your hunger, meaning that I was constantly dying. Plus, I kinda just suck at the game, so that didn't help. Anyways, I finally got ready, put on my big boy pants, don't make a pun out of that, crafted my own secret little weapon, and made an XP farm. What, you thought I was gonna go outside? Hell no! Even just running outside is like visiting a graveyard and then hopping in. Look, this is how my cow farm ended. So now, with my XP farm completely built, I was ready. Do you guys want a montage or something? Intense holding down the right click. Oh, that's a good play. Did you see that, Bob? He actually decided to keep holding down the right click to give him more XP. That's right. And did you see that enchanted fishing rod? That'll make his life the teensiest bit easier. I mean, he's still gonna hate himself, but baby steps. So yeah, I'll spare you all the little boring details, but it took me a solid 2 days to get all the XP I needed. But in between that, I did a little bit of adventuring through the ravine, and somehow, after dying a bunch, found enough diamonds for an almost full set of armor. Now, I know what you're thinking. Even if he did get all that XP, fire protection is pretty rare. So how did he get it? This is how I got it. I spent so many levels on worthless junk refreshing my enchantment. I swear to God, I lost sleep getting this set. Well, me sleeping mostly consists of horrible nightmares and screaming, so maybe losing sleep was a good thing. But alas, sleep deprived and insane, both things I already was before starting this challenge, I was finally ready for the Nether. But before all that, I needed more murder. You get the whole gist. Eating rotten flesh makes you hungry all the time. So I needed some more zombie farming, which surprisingly went okay. Who knew that selling your soul to a singular video game would make you actually pretty good at it? You could really see the difference. I went from a complete and utter noob to a noob with diamond armor. So I got all my obsidian, had my trusty lighter, meaning I can trust that it will set me on fire, and I started to take damage from the portal. Dude, oh, I am in store for such a treat. Luckily, I didn't have my special fire armor on, but still. Wow. So actually getting ready, I collected food, thought about killing myself, then actually killed myself, and ta-da! Yeah, you're seeing that right. All of my hard work, which was really just this, was finally paying off. So, what do I do now? Fire wasn't really a problem, look at that, nearly 0 damage, and neither was food. But, where do I go? I spent around 2 hours just looking for a fortress, and actually found that bridges were the safest place for me to be. Sometimes. I spent my time just running around desperately looking for anything other than fire. Seriously, I tried, but I couldn't find anything. So I went back to my portal and resorted to mining for gold, then bam, right in my face. I'm talking about a ball of flames. Look, I'm serious. This is how far I bridged, and the fortress was literally right behind my portal. Thankfully, with a shield and armor, these guys were just little baby toys. Little baby toys that could possibly melt your face off, but you know what I mean. Or at least I hope you do. Are the noises that I pieced together resembling human speech? Whatever. I found that as I stumbled into shafts killing these dicks, I was naturally gifted at collecting rods. There are like 3 penis jokes I could have fit in there, but I'm trying to be family friendly. Plus I've tried, I can only fit in 2. Interpret that as you will. I then went on to collecting gold and got quite far, but of course I messed everything up. So the newest patch kinda nerfed piglin trades, and if you don't know what piglins are, they're basically what you'd get if furries ran the world. But anyways, I got all this gold and couldn't use it. So that's an hour of my life wasted. To think, I could have spent that time doing literally anything else, like crying myself to sleep, or drooling over cartoon females, or, yeah, I was gonna waste that time no matter what. I mean, this challenge is slightly less sad than pouring my daily human affection into 2D pixels. I said slightly. Wait, what was I talking about? Right, I got out of the Nether with all the rods and was then on the hunt for ender pearls. Luckily, I have quite the almanac for a brain, so let's do some planning. First off, how do we get ender pearls? Right, from endermen. And where can we find all the endermen that we would ever want? That's right, the end. So my plan is to find the end, and apparently the wiki says that to get there I'll need ender pearl. Okay, this plan won't work. I don't really know what to say here. I just spent all of my nights looking for endermen, and now with all the pearls I could ever need, I got ready in any way that I could, which really just meant grabbing iron, diamonds, and writing my will because I was almost certain this was gonna be my last trip. That's it. I'm putting all of my rotten flesh into one basket. I had all of my diamond armor on, and if I die here, I was probably gonna give up. My epic journey consisted mostly of running away in fear, but I decided to take a quick pit stop to bully this enderman. I mean, I didn't really need the pearl, it just sounded like fun. Oh, I'm in the water, what you gonna do? Run? Teleport away? Enderman? More like ender baby, boo. Seriously, I do have a record of baby murder, so you might want to run. I continued on until my path led into an ocean. I built a boat, got ready, but the sun had other plans. So I returned to my roots, dug a hole for the night, and got a really scary realization. If I'm out at sea and the sun comes up, what am I gonna do? I still burn in water and I can't even build a shelter. Luckily, my big brain had a very simple yet smart solution. I don't know, that's a burning session for a later me. Right now, I'm completely fine. I waited in my dark little hidey hole and a bit of me No, not broke. It's always been like this. I don't seem to fit in anywhere. The zombies, my brethren, want to eat me alive. The villagers get accidentally murdered. Why am I cursed this way? I was not asked to be born. Or rather reborn as a half zombie. Bottling up my emotions so that I never have to think of them again, nighttime came and luckily the boat trip was short so daylight won't be a problem. I continued on following the will of this little pearl when I stumbled across a little dog. He looked hurt, but all I had was rotten flesh, so I thought, why not? And to my surprise, he ate it! Oh my god, I've never felt so happy. It was truly love at first cannibalism. Well, technically, he's a dog-eating human, but anyways, I didn't bring any bones, so I ventured forth, completely ignoring my real task in the face of imminent death for some bones. The battle was hard fought, but I won. With only 2 bones in my possession, I had made a new friend. we dug a little hole for the night, and I was finally content with myself, when suddenly my own hubris came to strike. I looked to see if it was night yet, and my poor little friend caught a light. Thankfully, in a frantic shuffle, I was able to save him. But this brought some serious thoughts to mind. Is he too allergic to the sun, or have I brought my curse to him? And when I feed him and hearts go over his head, does that mean he's horny? Because I'm not trying to do that, it's just sometimes I overfeed him, making sure he's healthy, but then hearts. We set off again, and surprisingly, the fortress was right next to us. But now all of our training comes down to this, because oh my god, there are some of the most deadly obstacles that I've ever seen. It's torches, yeah, it's just torches again. Honestly, my real problem wasn't the enemies or even the torches, or how my dog would run right next to creepers. Hey, get back, I'm the only creep you should hang out with. It was instead this. Just this in general. I suck at mazes. Now, it can't be that bad, right? Wrong, don't question me, ever. My dungeon had a ravine and a mineshaft running through it, making everything super confusing. I could go on for a whole 30 minutes about how much I hate this maze, and 30 more minutes about how I hate myself. But honestly, I think you've been through enough unfunny commentary for one day, so I'll let it be. I finally got to the portal, set down a bed because I knew there was no way I was gonna beat this with one life, and I started to mentally prepare myself. Okay, we just need to take our time and yeah, I was kinda shoved into the portal. My dog didn't follow me because apparently he didn't feel like dying today, which I can kind of understand. I don't know, it's still a new concept to me. Getting to the surface, I was actually surprised because I wasn't on fire, and I was happy because, like my dad used to say, if you're not in pain, then don't complain, and that's why I've been complaining this entire video. I'm in constant, never-ending pain. So I used my bow to pick off some of the early towers one by one, and then I had to pick items off my corpse one by one. Yeah, I died here like a crap ton of times. The thing is, I don't even have anything to blame. I had enough flesh to make like 5 different skin suits, and fire was never a problem. I just sucked. With all the towers down, I tried using my bows for damage, and I have very few regrets, the main one being born, but this comes up as a close second. I was barely doing any damage, and worst of all, I would accidentally make eye contact. I don't know what killed me first, the Enderman or my social anxieties. Quickly putting all my training into use, which again wasn't much, but still, I went around and found that standing directly under the dragon would let me finish him off. Yes, finally! I'm invincible! Ow! Where is that coming from? I hope you enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell didn't enjoy making it. Anyways, I'll see you next week, and as always, thank you for watching. Also, I know the ending was kind of anticlimactic, but what did you expect? Some Minecraft manhunt bring the Ender Dragon back alive? No! None of that. I can barely tie my shoes. How would I even comprehend any of that crap?